watching Let's Chat.
Always keeping your money safe is Mr. Gary Thurman, Guardian Investments. Great to see you again.
Good to see you. How are you?
Doing well. So
Good.
this morning we're talking about CDs, but not the
CDs.
music kind.
Not the
the
music
money kind.
Yeah. Certificates of deposits at the bank is what we want to talk about.
So why do people often invest in CDs, of course, at their local bank?
Right.
What
Right.
are some of the main reasons?
I think the number one reason, especially older folks invest into CDs is, number one, they're safe. So, you know, they know their money's going to be there. It's not going anywhere. It's covered by the FDIC for up to $250,000. So I think the number one reason is that it's safe, and they're somewhat liquid, you know, based on which CD they choose. They can get their hands on that money pretty easily if they need to.
I was going to say, there's probably a level of convenience there as well.
A level of convenience, and again, the number one reason is safety. They don't want to lose that money, so that's the biggest reason people invest into CDs.
So security is a good reason.
Security.
Are there any other good things about CDs? And what about the drawbacks?
Yeah, good and bad, right? So again, the good is that it's covered by the FDIC, and it's covered up to $250,000, and it's at your local bank. So you can go down, have a conversation with someone about that money. The drawback to CDs, honestly, is there's just not a lot of growth. You know, you're not going to make a lot of money on your CDs. As a matter of fact, I ran some numbers. An average in Tennessee, a 2-year CD average is 1.53%.
Wow.
So not a lot of interest going on there.
Right.
And the biggest thing I want folks to understand is that that money is taxable. So when you make that 1.53%, you're going to get a 1099 on that money every year. So you actually got to pay taxes on those gains.
Right. And that's not always going to be favorable and advantage.
No, nobody likes to pay taxes.
Nobody likes to
so
pay taxes.
that's
No
right.
more than we have to, right?
Yeah.
So talk about what our alternative options are for CDs.
Yeah, so there's other products out there. So if you're used to doing a 1, 3, 5-year CD, you know, we do some products called fixed annuities. So the fixed annuities are the same term, 3 to 5 years. They're going to give you anywhere from a 2.5% to 4% interest guaranteed, which I really like. The biggest difference in that is that it grows tax deferred, and what I mean by that is you're not going to get a 1099. So more money stays in the account for the growth of the next year. And then we have other things like fixed indexed annuities, which I really love. If you're not going to need to get your hand on the money anytime soon, a fixed index annuity, you know, our average return right now is anywhere from 5 to 7% on fixed indexed annuities. So that's two of the good options other than doing a CD. We have some other options as well.
We've worked hard for our money. Let our money work for us now.
That's right. You want some growth. You want some growth. And I just don't I think there's a place for a CD. You know, I do. I think there's a place for a CD, but I do think that you need to look at some other options if you want to see your money grow better.
And so this is a couple of the options as well. I mean, is that the program or the course of action you would recommend? I mean, I know it's a very customized strategy.
Maybe, yeah, to each person. But now we do have a program with a company that I absolutely love, and I'd like to talk a few minutes about that. What I love about this particular program is actually a life insurance policy. Okay,
Wow.
so what's neat about it is there's no risk, just like in a CD. Our average growth has been just over 6%
Wow.
in the program, which is another strong feature. Now, here's what I really like. Let's say someone puts $100,000 in this CD. Well, they get like a $150,000 death benefit. So God forbid something happens to that person, their family's going to get $50,000 more than they actually put into the CD. So it grows well, it's safe, and it's 100% liquid. So if they need to get their hands on that money, they can reach in and get it at any time. 3 days after they start it or 3 years after they start it, the money's 100% liquid.
Now, is there, I mean, you mentioned the program. It has a lot of benefits outside
Lots
of your
of
regular
benefits.
CD. Is there anything extra special
I
too?
think it's a carrot on top. So, I mean, I really do. I tell it to people, this particular program also has a long-term care feature.
Wow.
So if you have someone that's up in age and they're a little bit worried about long-term care, and that's why they have that money sitting in the bank, this program actually will give them some long-term care benefits for free. I mean, there's no cost to these long-term care benefits. So if they need the money for health care, it's there. If they don't, we can just let the money continue to grow, and they can pull it out at any time.
So someone's looked at CDs and said, now what are needs, and created this program to perfectly suit our lifestyles.
I just think it's one of the best financial products on the market today because it gives you everything that you're looking for, including long-term care.
So if someone's got some CDs at their local bank and they have a couple questions about maybe if they can change up their strategy to benefit them a little better in the long run, how do we get started?
Right. Come see me. Just give us a call at 892-4693. Want to make sure that everybody knows our first meeting, there's no obligation whatsoever. It's absolutely free. We can look at your current CDs and see if we can find some alternate situations for you.
Make it work a little better for you.
Make it work better.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to talk to you again here in just a few weeks.